things that record are recording.
Yeah, no, I've only done this 700 and whatever times. I think I'd have the right nomenclature. Okay, test, blah, blah. Okay, we're good. Okay, well, here we go then. Let's have a show. It begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, what it feels like to be near 100.
The new Office is really done this time.
Idaho teacher did a bad thing.
Did a bad thing. Something's wrong with my meat.
I'll say. Depp might have a problem.
The Osbournes are coming back.
Major spoilers.
Your emails and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
But why can't I join your gang?
Because you were a whip scientist and you could be a whip villain. It's the sorceress, you boob. They should call you Wimplash. Quiet, or I'll turn you into a suitcase. Just as I suspected. Hollow, you metal-munching moron. Why do I surround myself with fools? Even the robots are smarter than you. You overgrown alley cat. You pathetic pair of pitiful pinheads. You tin-tongued dolt. I'm talking about my patience, not my body.
Your squad is ready.
The morning stream. The morning stream. The morning stream. The morning stream. The morning stream.
Ladies, we heard you. This is the morning stream.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the frickin' show. It's good to be back. The whole show is going to be sung. It's Monday, November 17th, 2014. I'm Scott. That's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hello, welcome to the musical edition of TMS called Twice More with Feelings.
It's not just covers. It's
weirdos. Musical theater.
Yeah, I love that. No, I don't. I hate it. We're never doing that.
We'll have there'll be one point at which the audience slowly whispers, "Trek nerd, Trek nerd, Trek nerd."
We got to snap in between.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Like between their
Who's
legs.
that coming down the line? Trek nerd, Trek nerd.
I hate that stuff.
He's answering questions and feeling fine.
Oh, good Lord.
Trek nerd.
Let us never do it. Brian is back from yet another trip. I hope it was a good one. You went to L.A. And,
I did.
Again, two times in a row, really.
2 times. I slept in my own bed 4 times in the last 12 days.
Yeah. How'd that go for you? It was all right?
Oh, God. Yeah, being back in my own bed. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I bet. See, the way that usually works for me, although the Hilton we stayed at was all right, but usually the way that works for me is I'll get back and I'll just hit the bed and there'll be a wave of familiarity that will literally just sort of suck me into the coils of the bed. And I'll be like, this is where I belong. This is home base. This is my place in life. And I'll conk right out. But you got home at like 1:30 in the morning. That'd be a little rough. But you slept, right? You got some sleep.
Slept just fine, if not for too short. I had to watch something because all the travel. I kind of slept on the plane.
Yeah.
I dozed off. I watched some Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers cartoon from a few years ago.
How is that, by the way?
Really good. Oh my God, it's nerd heaven because, as good as the movies are, and the movies are fantastic.
Sure.
This is the comic book style Avengers that you love, right? I mean, it's like
you get the Wasp and stuff like that.
You get the Wasp.
Yeah.
You get Ant-Man. You get you get the Wrecking Crew, so Bulldozer and the dude with the enchanted with the Wrecker, all these these characters, the Enchantress.
Yeah, MODOK might show up if you get lucky.
MODOK will definitely show up. Kang will show up.
Sure.
This is the classic stuff.
Yeah.
And
I heard that was good. I haven't seen it yet. I guess it's all on Netflix, right?
It's all in streaming, so yeah, you can go check it out. I happened to grab the DVDs and I ripped them so I could watch them on the plane.
Legally, of course.
Legally,
Brian owns those DVDs.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Come on, everybody. What are you doing? I guess technically not legal because technically, that's what I hate about that. Not that we want to launch right into a Millennium Copyright Act conversation or any sort of tech combo. But I guess it's still technically illegal for me to buy my own DVD and rip a copy of it.
Your own DVD. It is kind of weird, isn't it?
It's stupid, is what it is.
Yeah.
But whatever, man.
So the guy in front of me, directly in front of me, I'm in the window seat, and because of the positioning of the window, I can actually see what he's doing through the reflection because it's dark outside.
Oh,
There's
right.
a little bit of light in the cabin, so what he's doing completely reflects off of the window between us.
Sure.
Because his chair is kind of gyrating a little bit, not gyrating, but
Oh gosh, where is this going?
back
I'm
and
terrified
forth.
now. This doesn't get bad, does it?
And it's like it's moving, and then it'll stop, and there'll be like a quick jerk, and then some movement, and
What?
it's like,
What?
and I'm free. I'm irritated because number one, I want to sleep. Number two, the distance between the back of my chair and the back of his, the very back of his, is narrower than the distance from my ass to my kneecap.
The space
So-
between the masturbating guy behind you.
This is the new Dave Matthews Band song. A space between the seats in front of me.
Hold on. I love
He
when
wakes up in the morning.
we unearth a new impression I didn't know you could do. It's always a special moment. That's great.
Here's a little find down to only be loose ends.
Nice.
Cut.
Nice.
Anyway.
So what did he do? What was he doing?
He was playing zombies versus Plants versus Zombies the whole time, and so I can like watch. And when he's jerking around in his thing, he's like on this big furious level, and he's and he's like he's tapping on the screen, and he's rubbing his face because he's so into this game, and oh my god, he's freaking out. This guy did not know how to play an iPad game calmly or.
Yeah, yeah. It's like my mom with a controller trying to steer it in the air and things like that. It's there's a certain kind of gamer that does that. I wouldn't call them gamers necessarily, but wow. Well, I'm glad it was that, not
I'm glad it was too, but at one point, because I think he was maybe feeling a little irritated because every time he leaned back, he did also recline his chair. I don't care, whatever.
Whatever.
But
sure.
you got to know that if you're going to recline your chair and cut that distance even further,
Yeah.
my knees, just because of physics,
Yeah.
and when we learned from Time Cop, that matter occupying the same, you can't get rid of matter that has to occupy the same space.
Yeah.
So
the laws of
my
the
knees-
universe are at play here. I get it.
my
sure.
knees have to be in your back if you're going to do that.
Yeah, yeah. There's no way around it. Especially because you're a tall guy, and
Yes.
same with me. So I had the same deal on that recent flight where somebody leaned back. I'm like, well, you're gonna have a little knee lumbar support there, buddy,
That's
because
right.
there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm not going to hunker down and jab him into his back, but I'm certainly not going to
Right.
oh, I'm sorry. You need some more room here. Let me see if I can turn and
Yeah, here you
I'm
go,
not going to
buddy.
make myself uncomfortable. My comfort is way more important than your comfort.
Of course it is.
Plants versus Zombies, man.
Well, that's pretty funny. You got the good end of the what's that guy doing behind me deal. He could have
Yes,
been going.
it could have been a lot. It could have been a lot worse.
I really like hot bald guys, and there's one right in front of me. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. Well, fun times for you. Always a good time traveling. Good to have you back. And I spent most of my weekend partially making a little bit of fun of you because occasionally you would text me or something, and you had lousy internet in the airport, and then lousy internet, sort of back and forth, and then. Not only that, the game was like horribly inoperable for a couple of days there.
Right.
So
the one time, and it's funny, it's like, oh man, Thursday night didn't really get a chance to play. We were doing the lobby bar things, schmoozing with trying to get some more clients and stuff. And I'm thinking, you know what? That's all right. I know I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow because of the time change.
Sure.
The sessions don't start until 9, so I've got a few hours in the morning. I think that'll be the perfect time for me to play some Warlords of Draenor.
plus
Friday
you'd
morning,
think, hey,
perfect.
it's morning, everyone's asleep,
Right.
nobody's playing then. It's fine.
Exactly.
Nope.
Well, nobody was playing then because that's when Blizzard said, hey, now's a good time for us to take the servers offline and fix some of our poop.
Yeah, had some major maintenance that morning. You're right. Yeah, it's been a little rough go, but and things are pretty much smoothed out now and fine. That game is awesome. I know there's a guy that emailed over the weekend who said, "Could you guys please stop talking about Blizzard? I'm so sick of it. I don't want to." He has all these issues with us talking about it, but I'm going to tell you this, man, because what I did with my free time over the weekend was plug a lot of it into this game, and
Yeah, I could tell. Every time I was logged in.
Yeah, I was in a lot. I'll tell you what. And there was a lot of that where it was like me working while my dude sat AFK in a corner because I didn't want to log out. because I didn't want to lose my place in a queue or whatever.
Plus, you gotta be in there for the 30 minutes to pick your people up after.
Oh, that's the thing. That's the devil in the details. Okay, I'll say this. So if you're a fan out there of like iPhone, Android games that are like Clash of Clans, where you got dudes and you assign them to do things and they go do things. If you want that experience, except in a much larger sort of way and stripped of all the stupid freemium, free-to-play garbage, microtransaction bullcrap, that's what they've made.
They have,
and it's a frickin' addicting bastard. Like, I cannot.
Totally
I'll be out there in the middle of nowhere in the jungle doing things you're supposed to be doing, and all of a sudden, bleh, 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 and it'll tell me like 6 of my guys are back.
Right.
And I'm like, well, shit. I'm out in the jungle. I want to go back now. So I'll hearth back. I'm like, I got to be all strategic. Okay, where's a flight path so I can get back here really fast? Because I want to go back and see what they got. And I go back, and one guy got a rare ring, and I'm like, oh no, this is the greatest thing in my life. And then oh wait, the mine, they're finished building whatever. I got to go pull some stuff out of the mine, and it is ridiculous, that feature. It is ridiculously fun, and I'm like, I think I'm 95 or something.
Wow.
So I'm just working toward my next unlocked thing. But if they don't continue this idea moving into whatever the next expansions are, they are crazy. It is the best thing to happen to the game in a long time. It's really good.
It really is good. And it's funny how, remember when Pet Battles first came out, we said, oh, we want a way to do this on mobile. Now, I want my Garrison on mobile.
I want all that on mobile. You know what? Just give me an app that does both those two things on mobile, and I will lick their behind. I will. I'll do it. I'll do it happily and gladly.
You heard it here, folks.
Well, but earlier you said you screwed something up. What do you think you messed up in your Garrison? You were saying something about it.
Oh, well, all right. So one of the I built my barracks and all that stuff, and then it's like, all right, go find a small profession building to put in.
Oh, one of these choices. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even a choice. I went out and I came across an alchemist, and he gave me this book to take back to my garrison, and I plugged the book in, and I built a new little small building. Well, I'm an alchemist, so why do I need
You don't need it.
I don't need it.
See, this is why this hasn't been a problem. Well, it enhances you though. If you have it, it'll still benefit you because you already do that, so you'll get better stuff out of it.
Oh, really? Okay, in that case, I like that.
Yeah, that was one thing Corey told us a while ago that was like, oh, well, that's a great way to handle that, because you don't want to, people who are crazy with all their alts and they have every single profession possible. It's like, well, what good does this do them? He says, but here's the thing. You build a jewel hut and you'll be a way better jewel crafter, because now you got
okay.
So you'll be fine. I hate professions, so all of these things benefit me.
Yeah.
So I just built whatever sounded like something I could use right away. So, and I'm far enough down the road where I've filled in every plot but one.
Oh, holy cow! You are
yeah. Well, I'm halfway through to 100 progression. So if you follow that progression, it's you get about that far. And I haven't done the big final upgrades to any of the buildings and stuff, but it's freaking great. It's great. I love going in there every day and mining about 10 nodes down in the mine and telling that little bastard goblin to build me shit, and then go over to the freaking jewel hut thing and talking to more of those guys and getting them going. I got a little arcane place that's doing I can't remember if I got enchanting or something. I forget. But they're making stuff I need, and it's just freaking great. And I made an engineering hut. That is a smart way to go if you're not.
Yeah, I definitely want an engineering hut, because and I want the enchanter's study. I want to be able to break down all the crap I get.
Yeah, it's way. Oh yeah, you can disenchant everything yourself. It's
Yeah.
really cool. And okay, a bunch of you have already checked out. You're like, man, World of Warcraft. What the hell are you doing?
Exactly. Yeah.
It is really, really great. Really, really fun. And I can't wait to just keep digging. And I'm loving the content. The story is insane. I'm reading all the quest text for the first time since like Wrath of the Lich King. All of it.
I've been
every
too.
word.
You've gotten me back into that. Hearing you talk about that, it's like, I want involved in the story, and I feel like I'm involved in the story. This is a
It's
great
much
story.
deeper, much cooler, and I'm all in, and I'm super stoked that it's all running nice and smoothly. So all you guys can calm down now. Jeez, you acted like the internet was falling
Kretz
apart.
says, "Oh man, I'm glad I'm listening to the Instance AM." The Instance is already Instance AM.
Yeah, we do.
It's not recorded at night.
Yeah, we do that at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
So,
so
I think that's still AM.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe if you're on the East Coast, maybe it's PM. But look, buddy, just take it easy. Anyway, so there's that. I finished The Office.
I was like, I didn't know you were binge watching the Ricky Gervais show.
Not the show. That's funny now that you say that. Like this morning, I saw Doctor Who had Ebola, has died, and I read that this morning as Doctor Who had Ebola, which is sad because
Doctor Who has Ebola.
Yeah, has Ebola,
died.
and I was laughing at it, but I shouldn't have been laughing. This poor guy
Well,
died.
yeah, no, now that and now I'm laughing at the same things like, well, that's
But it's
sad.
still there's I mean, you have to admit sometimes. Look, you get laughter in life; it helps heal all wounds. All right, so that's all I was doing there. But my point is, sometimes you say things and don't realize how dumb they sound until you're done. Like I just finished The Office. No, not the show. My Office. Now I'm going to do a little video walkthrough later today after I clean some stuff up. We still have some construction crap in here, but the way it was done. So we did it in stages. Starting last January, we had kind of the floor laid, the basic walls, but still rafters. You could see the ceiling in all my videos and things where it was like a big, gaping wooden hole up there, right?
Right.
We have put in, and I'm so happy to report this, we put in these big giant slab, I don't know what you call them. I'm no builder guy, but it's corrugated, galvanized steel, super thin, so it looks like I don't know it's like a wavy ceiling all made out of like chrome, and then light can things that all cover it that look like the same kind of chrome. I'll do a video of this so everybody can see it.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
It's really cool, and this is the beauty of it. Like, this is why I think Steve is such a freaking genius, my brother-in-law, who helped me do it. So, or I should say, I helped him barely. I kind of helped him do things, but he kind of did everything. The guy's amazing. I don't know anything. But this entire design had two focuses. Three focuses. Versatility, cool looking, and really inexpensive. Like, we saved so much money on everything. So the ceiling was cheap as all crap, but made perfect sense, and it has this great aesthetic to it, and wouldn't have cost anywhere near what it would cost for like corrugated or dropped or even just straight up plastered, right? The walls are all these kind of removable melamine things.
Which is really clever. I love that you did that.
Yeah, that one's awesome. The windows were just this great, and everything's got these. You can kind of see them behind me, but these screws are all evenly placed around the entire room, top, bottom. Or there's floor trimming, top, ceiling trimming, and then this middle thing with this carpet below that looks like nautical almost. You could turn this room into like the inside of somebody's pirate ship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's cool. Like, it's not going to even do it justice when I film it, but I'm pretty excited to show it off and let you guys see what's going on. Anyway, I'm just excited. And if Steve's listening, and he might be, he listens to the show here and there, he is a damned genius. When the zombies come, we're going to Steve's house.
He's your own wood whisperer.
Yeah, he whispers all my wood. And he could do anything.
And he's ceiling whisperer and lights whisperer.
Yeah, electricity whisperer, freaking flooring whisperer. The guy is. I'm serious. We're gonna have when the zombies come, we're gonna want to be near him because he will build things that will protect all of us.
Yeah,
and we will survive under his care. It's amazing. So anyway, I'll do a thing later. So tell me about Band-Aid 30. I can't even believe that's a word we're gonna say.
Yeah, exactly. 30 years ago, 1984, Bob Geldof and Midge Ure of Ultravox got together and put a bunch of good musicians in a studio and had them record a song about the starving kids in Africa.
Oh, it's not the We Are the World then. It was
no. This came before We Are the World. This was
what was the name of the song?
It was Do They Know It's Christmas?
Oh, that's the song.
Do they know
it's Christmas time at all? Okay, hold on, no.
Wait, you just went into the final countdown.
I did for some reason. So Bob Geldof is a name you just immediately go, oh yeah, Bob Geldof. He did
Boomtown
Band-Aid.
Rats.
Sure, Boomtown Rats.
He played Pink.
Yep, in the
Pink
Floyd movie there, The Wall. But you never hear that other guy. He's just
Midge Ure.
Yeah, I never did.
Yeah, I mean, you know Ultravox, right?
By
Vienna,
mention,
The Thin Wall.
Sure. Kinda.
Ultravox is such a great band from the 80s. Oh my God! If you know, all right, take some time this afternoon while you're leveling in Draenor.
All right.
Go to Spotify or Pandora or whatever, iTunes Radio.
Okay.
And just throw in some Ultravox, and
Okay.
like their greatest hits is a good one to go with.
Like here's an example, the Vienna song. I'll just
Oh yeah, this is the best one too. Good choice.
just skip ahead. Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I put them in the kind of New Order era kind of
Yeah,
vibe. Yeah, I like that stuff. I just for whatever reason, they weren't like a band. I it wasn't like a record I had to run out and get. I just
No,
know
it
I'd
really
heard
wasn't.
It.
It was it was one I had to run out and get. I was big into Ultravox in the
Sure,
in the 80s.
sure.
And not Stephen Strange.
Did you have new wave hair and like a little tail that was all purple?
I had long hair. Well, you've seen that photo of me holding the paint palette.
Oh yeah,
I had
that
long
mullet was
hair,
sweet.
and for a while, a girl I was friends with wanted to dye the temples like Mad Max in Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like I had blonde temples for a little while.
That's really cool. Somebody didn't. Oh, Garrett did that the other at BlizzCon.
Oh yeah,
That
Garrett Weinzer.
Zerl.
Yes.
Well,
There's no Dana, only Zerl.
y'all need to see this photo though, because it's Brian, very like, what's the glamour shot posed with like a paint palette, looking all artisty with his
That's
mullet.
right.
It was badass.
This was so I was roommates with a guy who was in the photography class. So we went to Colorado Institute of Art, and there were a couple of us in visual communications, all in the dorms, and then a few photographers, all going to school there. And then when I got an apartment, it was me and my girlfriend. And then in the during school, we actually had this other room, and this other guy stayed with us named Jim, and he was a photographer. And so we would frequently be used as hand models or holding up a light source for him to take photos and stuff.
Oh wow, that's cool though.
Yeah.
One time he
really
said, "Hey, now I need you in your underwear," and
Yeah, exactly.
you said, "Okay, sir."
Really, really cool guy. Worst name to try and find on Facebook to look him up to see how he's doing these days. His name is Jim Bennett. I have no, there's
there's so many. Yeah.
it's like a 5,000. There's probably just shy fewer Jim Bennett's than there are Scott Johnsons.
Yeah, there's a lot of me. But speaking of which, my biggest inspiration in school was my art teacher in 7th and 8th grade, and his name was Boyd Winterstrom. And you'd think that would be really easy to track that guy down.
Yeah.
He just doesn't social media at all.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's older now. He was like 30 though when he taught me. Oh man, that guy. I mean, he made a seismic hole in my creative life. Just amazing dude. Like the most important teacher I ever had. Period. And I can't track him down. And he's got the name no one else has. It's like Brian Ibbett. You can find there. Look for Brian Ibbett. You know how many of their Brian Ibbetts there are? There's you.
There can be only one. I've killed all the other ones.
Yeah, if I tried to kill all of the Scott Johnsons, I'd be the most infamous serial killer in the history of Earth, because there would be millions of guys would die, so I could be the only one. So I always admired that and wanted to be that unique guy. But you'd think I could track down Mr. Winterstrom, who's a pretty hip dude. There's no reason I can think of that he would like
Really? So he's
shun
not
this
Luddite or
stuff.
anything like
No,
that. I mean,
none of
you'd think
that.
that he would be.
None of that. In fact, he must love the internet. I remember he's the one that taught us about keeping a morgue. Remember morgues, where you'd have to keep like all your photo references and little clippings out of magazines. It's basically the internet for artists, because you had all your artist reference material,
all your inspirations, all your.
And it was called a morgue.
This is a cool thing from a magazine. Rip it out and you stick it in your morgue.
Yeah, you'd stick it in your morgue, and it was usually like a big like file folder cabinet thing. And I was so excited to have one, and I was already putting things in there. And then the internet came, and I went, "Well, to hell with that. We don't need that anymore." But I imagine he loves that kind of thing. So I got to find him. And maybe somebody out there knows a good way to do that. I'm not asking you to go stalk him and look for him that way. I'm just saying.
If anybody knows him, I've got a bounty on his head for Boyd Winterbottom.
Oh, that'd be even better. I wish it was Winterbottom.
Was it
Winterstrom.
Winterstrom.
Yeah. It's very Scandinavian.
Boyd Winterstrom.
That guy could do caricature work like you would not believe. Like he did this Kiss. Was it Kiss? No. Sorry, Motley Crue. Motley Crue, like full band image. That was still. I remember when he was working on it in class. I just remember going, "I want to be him."
That takes me back because there were like all the metalheads in the art school, right? We're totally like, "Oh, I'm doing this big poster of Rat."
Yeah, man. And you just scratch stuff into your desk, like the Van Halen logo and stuff.
Doing a really large version of their album cover, Kiss's Destroyer.
Yeah. Dude, there's a baby smoking on that 1984 album, man. That was a high time, man. That was a good time. I loved it.
Was.
All right, we've been everywhere. Anyway,
just
Band-Aid. Yeah.
Just to kind of put a pin in it, the new Band-Aid 30 cover is out of the, they have redone it with One Direction and Rita Ora and Sam Smith and Ed Sheeran and Ellie Goulding, and it's crap. All right, next.
It's not good. You don't like it. You're not a fan.
No, I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I feel like this is something that that shouldn't be redone every 10 years with the current batch of great artists, because it takes away how much power that thing had when it first came out. It's like you're listening to this thing and going, oh my God, they've got Bono and Sting and Duran Duran and Boy George and George Michael all in this one song, and Paul Young. And
it's a snapshot of a time.
It really is. And maybe, and boy, can you name anybody who was in the Band-Aid 20 other than Coldplay?
I'm trying to think here. No. Some of the names I know.
Other than Bono. Bono's he's a staple. I've got to sing my part where I sing.
I've got to do the bit where I say
Tonight, thank God it's them instead of you. I get that part again, right?
Now, when was the last time Sunday was so bloody? I don't remember.
Oh, except they changed it. I forgot even the best part, right?
Oh, no.
So it's not about. I guess we've solved the starving kids in Africa issue. That's no longer a problem, right?
Okay, all right.
Even though this one's all about Ebola.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
And there's a line in there about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically about, tonight we're reaching out and touching you instead of.
Oh yeah.
Tonight, thank God it's them.
Did you say One Direction was in this?
Yeah.
I just saw that. Oh, good Lord. All right, here's a taste. We'll just. Oh, and it's all Ebola workers. Oh, this is horrifying.
Oh, yeah, the opening thing is rough, man.
I don't think some of these people are. Is this all fake or real?
No, that's real. That's like real footage from them going and getting.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like this.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's the power.
Okay, now
instead of showing starving kids, we're going to show you that one.
And now we're going to show you a bunch of very rich people getting way too much attention.
Oh, yeah. Getting out of their limos.
All right, One Direction people. Okay, all right. Now there's Ellie Goulding. I like her. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, she's great.
Okay, all right.
There's your One Direction.
Okay, I can't do it. I feel like it's out of time. It's out of time.
And you'll watch that video later, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's okay. There's Bono. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, there's Sinead O'Connor. Oh, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this person is.
But they got Sinead O'Connor back. Wow.
Yeah, it's funny to have her because she wasn't in the first one either. Like,
wasn't she in something though like that? Like, what am I thinking of? Or who am I thinking of?
She wasn't part. She was part of Live Aid. She performed at Live Aid.
Maybe I'm thinking of that.
That might have been it.
Maybe I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm mixing her up with someone who also was bald for the We Are the World deal. Tell me that's not being redone. Is that nobody's doing that again, right?
Nobody's redoing it now. There've been a couple covers of that over the years.
It's a thing that should have been what it was then.
Right, exactly. And it's certainly, they could have easily written a new song.
That's okay. Bingo. Yeah. You win. Come up and get your prize, because that's all you needed to do is do something that's just a little bit, don't tug on all our nostalgia strings with a bunch of no-namers. Do something new and unique and different. And come on, Geldof, you got a few more balls in your court. Is that a way to?
For the record, I hated it when Elton John redid "Candle in the Wind." For Princess Diana.
Man, change the words, dude.
You're freaking Elton John.
Yeah.
You can write a new song.
Yeah. Way to go, buddy.
Because now Marilyn Monroe saying, "Oh, okay, well, F you too. F you too, Elton. Thanks." Thanks, Elton.
Switch it to whoever you want.
Right, exactly. Oh, okay. So I guess that lasted 12 years. Thanks for
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. All right. Well, it's time for this. It's Stump a Truck Nerd, brought to you by.
Do you think Blizzard's Overwatch looks amazing?
Yeah,
I do.
The
life engineered by J.F. Dubeau is almost the same, except with more robots, no humans. It's released tomorrow, and it's going to be completely free that day. Yes, free. It's also a book instead of a game. So there's a lot of things about that are different. Go to jfdubeau.com/books to read a preview. That's jfdubeau.com.
Nice. It's very French, that name right there.
Jeff Dubeau.
Speaking of which, Daryl's on the line. Daryl Skeels. What is the origin of Skeels? What is your heritage there, man?
Oh, it's from Denmark.
Denmark.
There's a castle there with that name.
So you are Dane then, right? Isn't that what they say? That's how it is.
I think so.
Okay. And Denmark, where's Holland? Oh, hold on a minute. Let me get this in my head straight. So Holland, obviously not Denmark, but Who's got the wooden shoes? That's Holland.
I think that's Holland. Yeah.
What is Denmark famous
Oh
for?
no, Dutch is Amsterdam. It's Holland.
What do you do? What do you got there for your? I mean, what do they have? There's got to be some culturally significant like thing, dance, uniform, something. The Germans got their stupid.
In where?
In Denmark.
Denmark. Well, you got Hamlet.
Oh yeah. There's you got that.
Yeah.
But you kind of could. But you
Denmark's license plate said, "Well, we've got Hamlet."
Yeah. Well.
Hamlet was a Dane.
Well, comma, we've got Hamlet's frowny face, like they give a little emote at the end.
And you know that pastry, that morning pastry, a little bit of cheese in the middle. Yeah, that's us too.
That's us. We got a Danish. Maybe it's the Danish. Is that all there is? Huh? And Daryl. I mean, he's a.
I don't even. And it's probably like French fries, where really it's not.
Oh, good
from
point.
Denmark.
Yeah, or what do you call them? Fortune cookies, where we invented it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I remember. By the way, speaking of childhood innocence lost, and the funny thing is, I think I heard about this in my 20s, but I still felt a big slice of innocence like fall away and roll down the hill. Were too far for me to reach it. Was when I heard that Americans spawned the freaking fortune cookie.
Yeah,
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, this isn't some ancient Chinese thing. And even then, it wasn't even Chinese. It was a Japanese restaurant here or something. It wasn't even a Chinese place.
Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Well, I have to find the whole history so I remember it all. But it
By
was
the
just
way,
like depressing.
Danish.
Yeah.
Comes from Vienna, Austria.
Oh, of course. See?
Yes. and it's and there it's called Wiener bread. It really is.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wiener bread?
Wiener bread.
That's what I call it too. And I anyway.
Would you like the Wiener bread?
You like some Wiener bread? It is only different because one of us has put our Wiener in it. It is fine otherwise.
Oh, Viennese bread. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I take this back. It was originated in Denmark.
Oh, all right. But they didn't call it Wiener bread.
No, that is where it is. That's where the name came from. Because they wouldn't call it, you wouldn't call, if you invented something, a pastry,
sure,
you wouldn't call it the Utah.
No, I would not call it the Utah.
Right.
I would call it the Clip Clop.
You'd call it something, but then outside of it, that's Utah bread, or would you like a Utah?
Oh, somebody the other day was talking about here, supposedly,
people don't bring up the Denver omelet, okay? I know.
Yeah, good point. But there's a stupid rumor floating around that we invented something called fried flatbread, and I've never had it. It was like all over some list of like, if you live in Utah, you know what this is. I'm like, I don't know what the hell that is.
Like Indian Native Americans did that, right?
I guess, and maybe that's where it came from, and maybe because Utah, Ute Indians. I mean, that's what it's named after. A lot of people
Navajo fry bread.
Maybe that's it. But they all act like we're the ones doing it, and we have a lot of Navajos here.
Oh yeah.
Before
Actually,
we kicked them out,
there's things called Utah scones.
Oh yeah, I have had those. Are they our own though? I don't know. Scones are scones. I feel like that'd be a thing we'd want to take ownership. Like we all think we own Jell-O for some reason, and that sure didn't start here. It's us in Iowa, I guess. Us in Iowa are always fighting over the top Jell-O consumption of the country.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird.
I love that.
Totally weird. I don't get it. It must be because we have a ton of kids and they have a ton of mouth-breathing adults. I don't know what's happening.
These are they're called Utah scones or Mormon scones, plate-sized. Where is it here? It's more like Navajo fry bread or sopapillas, where you use a sweet yeast dough, cut it up into squares or balls of dough, and then deep fry it in hot oil. Oh my God!
I have had that, and
awesome.
they're amazing. Yeah, I have had those. They're incredible. And if you get a Navajo taco, you ever had one of those?
No, but I'm guessing it's one of these with meat in the middle.
Yes, and they have so anytime there's food trucks or like a fair, somebody's hawking Navajo tacos, and they will make your life better than the day you were born. It's amazing. They're incredible.
Wow.
And I can't eat them anymore.
Because they're
fried.
bread.
Yeah, they're like Wiener bread. The difference is Wiener bread's like, picture a standard loaf of Wonder Bread, but down the middle is just like a Wiener hole. That's the difference between regular bread and Wiener bread. The more you know. All right, Daryl, let's get into it. Let's talk to you about Star Trek, because that's what we do on the show. You come on here and you answer trivia questions about Star Trek. We enjoy it. I think you enjoy it. I mean, you enjoy it, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, all
always
right.
fun.
He acts like he enjoys it.
There you go. Meant to play that earlier. Let's go ahead and do one now. Here's your question. First, a mashup, I guess, from our good buddy Mike. He put this together. I have no idea. I don't know the percentage of ball content in this one, but we'll play it anyway. And here it is. I have not heard it. So here we go.
Fat stacks of Benjamins.
And a Diet Dr. Pepsi.
That way.
Say that rucksack is bigger than he is.
I'm looking at this scorpion thing. You can't lick near the tail because that's almost poking out. On mine, anyway.
Mine too.
Oh, it smells.
Biscuits.
Curse of Necramus.
Hey, you guys see Mendoza? No? Hey, where's Mendoza? Hey, you guys, seriously, where's Mendoza? Come on, spill the beans. What's going on? Hey, where's Mendoza? Oh, man.
Don't go chasing that duck.
Oh, why? What happens?
It's going to poke you in the wiener, man.
Where the hell?
Daryl, how you doing?
Still going.
I don't know. That is truly the mashiest of mashups. Like, the only thing that would have made it more mashy is if Radar O'Reilly informed us that Colonel what's-his-name died. There were no survivors. All right.
We need to give Iceworm some music, a little music bed to put in the background
Something.
of those.
Jeez. All
that
right.
way I can tell when it's over and when the talking that I'm hearing you do is you and not the recording.
Like when I say, how you doing, Daryl, you want to know if it's live or that. Yeah, it's a good point.
Right, yeah.
I'm with you. Daryl, here's your question. In the original series episode, The Trouble with Tribbles, you know the one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's as far as I'm concerned, that's the episode where Kirk opens a hatch at the top of the roof of some hallway and a bunch of them fall on him. That's the episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Enterprise visits Deep Space Station K7. Here, Uhura, yeah, I know, is given a Tribble. She brings it back to the Enterprise because, girls love soft, fluffy things, Sextus 6 at 60s. Soon the ship becomes infested with the Tribbles. Kirk gets a plate of food only to find it covered in Tribbles. What kind of food does Kirk say he ordered? This is the food that was covered in Tribbles. A hamburger, B, a chicken sandwich, C, a steak, or D, a pizza. So hamburger, chicken sandwich, steak, or pizza. All of that sounds great right now. Whilst you think about it, and I have some bad news after I play this. So hold on, here you go.
Are you hungry?
Aren't you hungry?
What's a foodie?
So one of my nephews and or nieces, we're not sure which because no one's fingered anybody yet, but somebody came in here oh gosh dang it, that was terrible. Somebody came in here and stole the light green chocolate thing.
Oh no, really?
The one I really wanted because I think that's probably the milk chocolate one.
Yeah.
And the dark one is the dark, but that's fine. I mean, whatever.
So you've just got the magenta and the dark green.
I do. Those are the only two I have left.
I think yesterday I got curious and hungry, and I ate my light green one.
You think you did.
Well, I'm setting my light green one over here into the anytime you want it pile, right next to the gold one that I didn't have
do
last
that.
week.
Brian with such restraint, and Daryl and I, well, I didn't eat it, but, Daryl and I have our problems, clearly.
Then we should probably do, since we did the light purple, which was the milk chocolate peanut butter last week, we should probably do the dark green because then we'll have had one of the chocolate ones inside, the peanut butter ones inside, and then this one will be the mint one inside.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
The trifecta.
Oh, this has mint. I'm excited now. I love mint.
Big thanks to Daniel from Cincinnati for sending these over.
Yep, and for the Schneider Sweet Shop, which is where he procured these. And that place looks like somewhere I would visit if I were in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Heck yeah, I want to try those ice cream filled crushed ice balls.
Yeah.
That all the kids are talking about.
All the kids.
I can't even figure out the logistics of such a thing.
All right.
That place looks like it was even around in the 50s.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it, though? Where you going, Junior? Down the street, Ma. Gonna pick me up a light purple milk chocolate peanut butter thing. Sounds good,
By the
son.
way, and I don't know what made me think of this, but you know who I saw this weekend? He actually came to the conference specifically to talk to Ken, one of the main speaker.
Richard Cheese.
Jermaine Jackson.
Oh, I was close. I was so close. Jermaine Jackson. Well, that is very germane of him to show up.
Jackson 5. He looks good.
Yeah, well, that's good. Is he, so wait a minute. Are these the kind of gigs he gets now?
No, he was his publicist wanted to introduce him to Ken. He's like a big fan. So.
Oh, all right. And what's Jermaine Jackson doing now? You know the guy's
he's
got talent. Yeah. Is he up to stuff? Know. Okay. Well.
He's shilling for I'm trying to think of some QVC or infomercial.
Yeah.
He's shilling for the magic bullet.
The magic bullet.
Just look at this chicken salad it makes.
It's amazing. The magic bullet. Isn't that like a sex thing or something?
What?
Isn't
No.
it?
Probably.
I thought it was.
They probably do have something. Yeah, they probably. Do have
I swear I got like
sex.
an email from like drugstore.com that was like, hey, I know all you got here was supplements before, but check this out. It's a magic bullet.
No, it's the thing you have in your kitchen that like blends everything into a nice, delicious smoothie.
Oh, okay. 1 minute here. I have an idea.
Oh, but yeah. However, 3 people in the chat room do confirm that yes, it is a sex toy.
Is it? Well, then that seems. Oh no, here it is. The magic bullet. Oh, well, that's also on drugstore.com. Okay. But what if
There are going to be some really surprised people and maybe some uncomfortable.
Oh gosh, yeah, I shouldn't have looked this up. All right, moving back to life here. Whoa, gosh, what did I do? What have I done? What have I clicked on? Get out of there. All right.
Dark green chocolate. That's what we're eating
All
today.
right, we're eating that. Here we go. It's got mint in it, and I'm gonna just go for it. Daryl, you got yours there? You good?
Yeah. This is the dark chocolate one, isn't it?
Oh, that's lovely.
When I bite into a York peppermint patty,
Yeah, it's basically
I get the sensation.
But when I do this, I get the sensation that actual chocolate was involved.
Yeah.
As opposed to a York peppermint patty, which is basically like, I don't know, like excreted wax with a slight tinge of mint. It's like
Right.
somebody rubbed their chewed gum on a piece of dirt and said, here's a York peppermint patty. Who am I kidding? I like those, but still, you know what I mean.
The taste of real mint is better than dihydrochlorohydrazine sulfate or
That's
whatever
right.
they put in there.
I loved her on Maude. She was a great character actress. That name you just gave us.
Florida Zorda magazine.
The magazine. You
It's
know,
also one of the singers in the new Band-Aid 30. Check it out today.
Yeah,
from the
exactly.
BBC.
We've missed an opportunity. When magazines began to wane, and they still are, you know, we're going digital on everything. The web kind of are killing magazines. We missed an opportunity in there for something called a magazine, where you could have just like
magazine,
a
totally,
huge, like double thick, like magazine.
God, how come we never saw such a thing, right?
I don't know, because
Instead
we
of
weren't there.
Big double issue. No, it's a magazine.
Because our huge brains were not around to give people ideas like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Daryl. Speaking of huge brains, who in Star Trek history had a birthday that you could? I mean, you probably just know this by heart, so you're just going to pull one out of the sky and tell us.
Oh, of course. It was Robert Butler. He is 87 today and still around. He was the director of The Cage, and he also directed the pilots of Lois and Clark, Moonlighting, and Hill Street Blues.
Oh, that's great.
And he's still around.
Hill Street Blues. Quick, someone do the theme with it from memory.
Dun, dun, dun.
Here you go.
Dun, 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 dun. One of the only songs I can play really well on a piano. Dun, 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 dun.
And then Dennis Franz would show up, and you go, all right, I'm in. Was that another Post? Mark Post?
Mike Post?
Mike Post.
I
I would say
think
Marky
so,
Post,
yeah.
which was the lawyer lady on Night Court.
Marky Post.
Yeah. All her great TV themes. I mean, that guy owned TV themes in the 70s and 80s.
Right.
He owned it.
He totally did.
Cornered
yeah.
the market. Name a show. And did we forgot the news. Glenn Miller died. No, not Glenn Miller.
I think he died years ago.
No, Glenn Larson. Sorry. Glenn A. Larson, creator of Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, yeah.
Knight Rider. Everything. Well, these are all shows
Everything
Brian never
that
saw.
I didn't watch.
But like every major thing on TV ever and often they would have Mike Post sound, intros and stuff. He died this weekend. Sad. I know. I mean,
Rockford Files is Mike Post.
yeah, he is a rock star in Utah because there's a lot of connections here for him.
Which one? Mike Post or
No,
Glenn Larson?
Glenn Larson grew up here. Has a lot of just family here and stuff, so he's kind of considered like one of those local, local kid made good.
That's right. Quincy, Hardy Boys, BJ and the Bear, The Fall Guy, Magnum PI, Knight Rider. Wow. Buck Rogers.
Partially raised here, I guess. Not
Beady, 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 beady.
yeah, beady book. Like all the Okay, that show wasn't very good.
I think Daryl's not a fan of Tweaky.
No, I'm not a fan of Beady Beady.
But as a body of work, though, it's pretty impressive, you got to admit. All right. Well, none of that matters. All that matters now is that Daryl tries to get this
Sheriff
question right.
Lobo, he did.
Yeah, he did. You love Sheriff Lobo, didn't you?
I did actually like Sheriff Lobo.
Trying
I
to
don't know why.
Trying to find.
That was what was that a spin-off of?
What was it?
Yeah, it was totally a spinoff. I thought it was for a minute. I thought it was a spinoff of Dukes, but that was the other one.
That was Enos.
Enos, right?
Which was
BJ and the Bear was
BJ
what spun
and the
off
Bear.
the Lobo.
There you go. That's Tom Merritt's favorite show growing up.
and The Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo in 2002 was ranked number 36 on TV Guide's 50 worst TV shows of all time.
Oh wow! So they tried to reboot it? Is that what that was,
No.
or is that the original?
That was the original.
Oh.
In 2002 is when the TV Guide article
That makes
came
sense.
out.
Well, I just remember liking it when I was a kid. So screw those guys. I thought it was just fine. Daryl, this is for you.
Beady, 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 beep.
There you go. Take that.
Nice.
Daryl, back to your question here. Which of these fine meals, these fine futuristic 23rd century meals, was Kirk trying to have when he found a bunch of tribbles on it? Hamburger, chicken sandwich, steak, or pizza?
Well, I thought it was a chicken sandwich and coffee. He had a plate with a tribble and a cup with a tribble in it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So not just chicken sandwich.
How about a hot cup of tribble?
Tribble.
Somebody needs to do that song.
Yeah,
and
why
still
isn't that
integrate
done? Why isn't that not a thing
and
already?
Still integrate the Taylor Swift goat.
Yeah, I'm shocked that's not already a thing. Why is that not already a thing? All right, whatever.
Should be.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally should be.
Remember this? Oh, it's so good. All right, Daryl. Let's see if you're. Oh, did you say chicken? What'd you say?
Yes, I
He said the chicken tastes like tribble.
Tribble. All right. Well, let's find out.
Congratulations.
Nicely done.
You're a winner.
You are a winner. You did it. Chicken sandwich removes the plate with the food processor, and they were renamed to replicators later, of course. The plate is covered in tribbles. One tribble is also in his coffee cup. Here's a clip of all this happening. Here you go. Right here.
My chicken sandwich and coffee.
See?
This is my chicken sandwich and coffee. I want these things off the ship. I don't care if it takes every man we've got. I want them off the ship.
Aye, they're into the machinery, all right. And they're probably in all the other food processors, too.
How?
Probably through one of the air vents.
Captain, there are vents of that type on the space station.
And in the storage compartments.
Yeah, in the storage compartment. We've been sabotaged.
There's your answer. There you go. Daryl's 100% so far in the week, which is not all that unusual because he knows this stuff. Daryl's the Trek Nerd on Twitter. You can also find him at This Week in Trek and ThisWeekinTrek.com and The Grumpy Cast. Daryl, do you have a new game for us this week? Or today?
I do.
All right.
It is not the cat one. It is Star Trek Probe or Actual Probe.
All right. Here's your thing.
This place gives me the creeps.
All right. Star Trek Probe or Actual Probe?
Cetacean Probe.
Cetacean.
Cetacean Probe.
Cetacean.
I think because it sounds like station, like if somebody were to say it fast.
Yeah.
Cetacean Probe.
Cetacean
I would
probe.
think that it wouldn't be used for TV. I would think that it would be like something real.
Yeah. Citation.
Cetacean Probe. Citation. Is it spelled citation?
No, it's cetacean.
S-E-T?
C-E-T.
C-E-T.
Cetacean. That sounds like a real thing to me still.
Yeah, it still does.
I think we go real thing on this one, Daryl. What do you say there?
This was the whale probe on Star Trek 4.
Damn it! But is it an actual probe that we'd use on a real whale?
No.
Damn it. Well, I hung up on him because that made me mad.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
No! It's the news.
And it's brought to you by The Life Engineered. It's a novel by J.F. Dubow that is out right now, and free for today. It's mostly about robots, but there's so much more to it. Go to jfdubow.com/books and follow the link to get your free digital copy today. Also, why not follow me on Twitter at JFDubow while you're at it?
Sure, why not?
Every time you hear JF Dubow, you know it's spelled JFDUBEAU.
Right on.
Hey, you, go read my book.
Idaho teacher.
Idaho teacher.
What's their power?
Able to teach kids the 73 different ways you can cook a potato, you silly person. Excelsior.
That's not bad. I wasn't sure where you were going to go, but that was good. An Idaho teacher has killed and skinned a rabbit in her class.
Oh, good.
That's not good.
Hold on, I'm going to put my headphones down for a second and go throw up.
This is not good. It's a biology teacher facing some disciplinary action after killing and skinning a rabbit in class to show students where the food comes from. That sounds funny to me. Nampa School. I've been to Nampa. School district spokeswoman Allison Westfall says the teacher killed the rabbit in front of these 16 students by snapping its neck on November 6th. Snapping its neck. I don't know that you needed to do this. Okay, part of me says...
You want it...
Yeah.
You could have brought it into the classroom dead.
Probably, or described how they're killed. Here's the thing, though. I kind of get it. Because if you really want to make an impression... We have multiple generations of people, myself included, who just show up at the store, buy a thing, go home, cook it up and eat it, and we don't think twice about how it got there.
Right.
Sometimes I think it is good for kids to understand how the food chain actually works. And if you witness something like this, go, oh, yeah, it's not all fun and games. It's not neatly wrapped pieces of indistinguishable meat products. It's actually a living thing that you just killed and then skinned and then cooked and then we survived. Like, they don't think of it that way anymore.
Right.
And so here's what I would have done, though.
But they're not going to eat eating rabbit unless they... go to McDonald's or something.
That's a good point. But I feel like the way to do this would have been to take them, and there are places around Idaho, like near Nampa, in fact, they're like this. Do a, what do you call them? What do you call them when you all get in the bus and go? A field trip.
Field trip?
Do a field trip to a slaughterhouse and really show them what goes down.
Oh, God. Yeah, I wonder how many vegetarians she made with this little experiment.
Probably more than you'd think.
I think I'm saying she, but we don't know. Oh, Allison. Yeah. Allison Westfall.
Yeah, it's a lady. They then skinned and cut it up in front of the 10th graders. Westfall says the demonstration isn't part of the biology curriculum. She says students who didn't want to view the lesson were allowed to leave ahead of time. Teacher's name has not been released. We just know she was a lady. And
okay. I was going to say, wait, didn't we say her name was Allison Westfall? No, that was the school district spokeswoman.
Yeah, that's the lady. Yeah, we've just outed her.
I guess, and again, we didn't say, so we don't know if it was a male or female teacher.
I wish her name was Mrs. Skinner. That'd be great. Skinner.
Bunny Skinner?
Yeah, Bunny Skinner. We've made the story better than it was.
Totally.
So, again, just take him somewhere where this happens on the regular. You don't have to do it in class. But on the other hand, I kind of get where she's at. Like, part of me says that it's good to shake things up. I think you need to approve these things, though. Like, if you want to do this probably would have rang a bell in my head to say, you know what, good idea. That seems like a great way to teach the kids, but I probably should talk to administration and make sure I'm cool doing this. And if not, don't come up with something else. And if so, then do it, because you have their approval. You might still ruffle some feathers, but hey, it's on the administration at that point. Like, I just feel like that was the part she missed. Yeah. Because the truth is, I mean, call it animal cruelty all you want, but what are you doing when you go to the store and buy a pound of turkey? Ground turkey. You just didn't have to be the one to kill the turkey.
Mm-hmm. Right. Somebody else did it. Yeah. Still got done.
Yeah. You damned hippies.
You damned fools, what you are.
Speaking of more food, Meatloaf Surprise, the TSA. What do they stand for?
Meatloaf Surprise.
The Terrific Sanitation Anus. Is that what it stands for, TSA? Why can't I think of it? Travel Safety Administration. There you go. Finds cocaine in raw meat.
Oops.
Yeah,
because the dogs certainly won't be attracted to that smell.
No. Transportation Secretary Administration agents are working in the Mineta San Jose Airport. Made a hefty discovery recently. A hefty discovery. Good Lord.
They discovered some garbage bags.
3 vacuum-sealed packs of cocaine concealed in raw meat, says the TSA agent. Oh, by the way, when we were there going to California, somebody was trying to get through there with a bowl of soup wrapped in saran wrap.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And she goes, "It's really good. You can taste it. It's not a problem." I go, "Oh, sorry, ma'am. Here, yeah."
How old was this person?
She was probably in her 30s or maybe early 40s, like just a nice mom.
And she thought you could just bring a saran wrap covered bowl through security at the airport?
And not just a little bowl, like a little single serving bowl. I'm talking like here we go, everybody, family of 5. Here's the soup I made for dinner. I forgot to mention that, and at the time I thought, is that like who does that? Like, that seems just insane to me, because I guess she's traveling back home and I could barely hear the conversation because I was getting moved through the line so quickly. But it was something about, oh, it's my aunt's or something, and we're taking it back with us because we can't get it. We can't make it there or something. I don't know what it was.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I mean, I've seen people who like forget that they've got a water bottle, an unopened bottle of Evian or Dasani or something.
Sure.
But
a little bottle of suntan
bowl
lotion.
Of soup.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Just gonna watch that go right down the conveyor belt through the machine, and
yep. And I also forgot to mention
Just
for the third time I've done this, and I don't know why I keep forgetting to do this, but they always say check your pockets. I check my pockets, right? Nothing. Go through the thing, put your arms up, beep. Sir, you're gonna have to come to the side and let us pat you down and touch your crotch. I'm like, why? And they're like, check your pocket again. I had like a Tic Tac in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That thing picks it all up. I'm surprised it picked up a Tic Tac, but
it did. And they made me like
funny.
show all my pockets and pull them out and do this. And, you can't see what I'm doing, but.
Right, of course.
I pull it out and do this. Anyway, this meat had this cocaine there. The drugs, approximately 3 pounds of cocaine, were found November 8th, packed inside luggage of a 24-year-old male passenger flying to Seattle. Right? Yeah, Seattle.
See?
Uh-huh. Gateway drug, man. First thing you do, have a little pot brownie. Next thing you know, you're packing cocaine in your meat and flying with it.
Is that wonder if it was mule meat? But I'm bumped.
Ah, zing. The TSA notified the San Jose Police Department of the suspect was removed from his flight and arrested on criminal charges. Perhaps the agents would enjoy some cocaine cookies to go with that cocaine meat. Probably not, says the Huffington Post.
Yeah.
Well, that's a dumb line. They shouldn't have put that
The
in
Huffington Rim Shot is what they should be called.
Fair enough. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't move your meat around with cocaine in it. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at Squarespace are back this week. Squarespace, they got some cool new stuff going on. They you want to look, building a website's lame unless you use them. That seems to me to be the way to kind of describe those guys, but they are expanding with Squarespace 7. Visit squarespace.com/7 for more information. Redesigned 7.0 interface, integration with Google Apps. They've partnered with Getty Images. They have new templates, cover pages. Oh, man. Beautiful new design stuff. Simple, yet powerful. 24/7 support via live chat and email. Did you know that?
No.
I did, because I had to talk to them once, and they were great. They were super awesome to work with. It's only $8 a month. And here's the thing. $8 a month is already nothing, but you get a free domain if you buy Squarespace for the full year. So get the full year and then get brianhasrickets.com for free.
For free?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't want to imply you actually have rickets.
No.
Or that.
What are rickets?
I don't even know. I always say that and I don't even know what it is. It's always one of those mystery diseases. It's like the blight.
What are my rickets doing?
They've got talons or something. Responsive design, that's my favorite thing in the world. This is where your website scales to look great on any device. That means your phone, your computer screen, your tablet, whatever. All the e-commerce stuff you can stand. Oh, man, it's all great. So go check them out. And I want you guys to see what they offer with these new features. And again, that link to go check that stuff out and see it more in full is squarespace.com/7. That's spelled out SEVEN. Get a trial, no credit card required. Start building your website today. And if you decide to sign up for Squarespace, use the code MORNING. That's MORNING for 10% off your first purchase. And show your support for the morning stream by doing that. And we're thanks Squarespace for their support. Again, go to squarespace.com, sign up for a free trial. And if you stay, offer code is MORNING and 10% off your first purchase. All right. Well, now what? Oh, yeah.
Chairman J. Parnell Thomas of New Jersey opens an inquiry into possible communist penetration of the Hollywood film industry.
It's Celebrity Poop, brought to you by
Nerds, Gamers, British. These are just 3 of the words used to describe the hosts of The Glitch Gaming Podcast. Join Chris, Greg, and occasionally Phil as we wax nostalgic about the good old days and lament where the games industry is today. You crazy games. Joining us this week is the lovely Nicole Spagnolo. To find us, go to glitchshow.podbean.com or download on iTunes today. That's glitchshow.podbean.com.
Yeah, I know Nicole. That's her right there.
A Redbox instance?
Redbox instance.
Yes,
so it's just a matter of kind of identifying those balls.
Yeah.
F off.
Yeah, all right.
Don Cheeto.
Yeah, I have more of her than you, in fact.
I bet you do, yeah.
She says some funny stuff. She'll be out here on Wednesday, so watch for that as well. Johnny Depp was acting really weird at the 2014 Hollywood Film Awards. Like,
how could they tell?
Oh man, you're going to be able to tell when I play you this.
Oh really? Okay.
It's bad. In fact, I came away really genuinely concerned because this kind of behavior is very indicative. Talked to a drug rehab friend of mine, and he says to me, he says, "I know what that is." And I said, "What is that?" And he goes, "That is heroin."
Oh, geez, really?
He says, "If it's not heroin, then it's some kind of way, because you can also mimic that with too many over-the-counter, or not over-the-counter, but prescription painkillers, benzos, like too much, like Xanax, things like that."
Yikes!
So it'll remind you of when we played that Corey Haim clip a long time ago, where he just sounded slurry and terrible, and like he didn't know he was there, kind of thing. This is bad. He goes up to this microphone, and at first everyone thinks he's being funny. And then it gets real bad. So I'm going to play you this. So check it out.
Okay. That's the weirdest microphone I've ever seen in my life. I mean, right? All right. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. No. Watch, I'm going to read this thing. For decades, Shep Gordon has been one of the most beloved and respected talent managers in the music industry. He is also currently the star and subject of the documentary Super Mensch, because he is a mensch. And I have been very, very lucky to have him in my life. He's someone I consider a great friend, somebody.
See, dude.
Yikes.
It's bad.
Is he starring in the new Victor Borga biopic?
Oh, jeez. That's pretty, but yeah, now that you say that, yeah, I think it's bad. It seems real bad to me. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about him. He had a bad year, so
people are saying drunk.
Maybe
it does sound. He does sound like he's drunk.
That's what I said to my drug enforcement friend. He's like, or not rehab friend. He said, nah, that's different.
Drug enforcement friend.
Yeah,
I'm going to enforce these drugs.
I don't know what you call him. He's the guy that's like there when they get. Well, he's at a rehab center. And
so he's a
so I think he
therapist.
He goes, this is more than alcohol. He says it could be mixed, but there's more going on there. So I don't know.
What was the movie he did where he was like a cocaine? Was that Blow?
Blow, yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it 20? No, yeah, Blow.
21 grams was Naomi Watts. And,
right. 28 grams of Blow is a combination of the two. The Osbournes are coming back to MTV. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, good.
Ozzy?
Ozzy, don't throw a ham over the fence.
Hey, will you guys be will you be back on our show? It's a yes for me. Sharon Osbourne announced she and her shockingly still alive husband will be reprising the Osbournes for an 8-episode run on MTV. 8 episodes only.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's like a
special
mini series.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
Then there'll be a three episode reunion episode where we find out what they've been doing since those 8 episodes.
Yep. What have they been up to?
Oh, Leon Bravo.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I feel like at some point, I mean, didn't they announce that officially Ozzy was going through like early dementia and stuff? Like,
really?
Do we really want to show that off? And then it starts to get real sad. You know, I don't. You know, it's not fun to make fun of the guy if he's actually. You know, whether it's from all the drug use or not, whatever. If he's entering the early stages of dementia / Alzheimer's or something terrible, why do we want to do that? This is Sharon Osbourne just wants to have her hand in every damn cookie jar she can get it into. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, do you want to parade? We want to parade your husband around and really make him a mockery of what he once was. Well, then that's a yes from me.
And this is how out of touch I am. Is she still on The View?
Yes.
No, The Talk is the one she was on, right? The Julie
Chen
one?
so. Yeah. She still talks about her vagina on that.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
Here she is right here.
It's a yes from me.
That's a yes from her. That's going to do it for our celebrity poop. And our friends at Tweaked Audio would like you to know that if you put their earbuds in your ears, you're going to hear things better than you ever have in your entire life. Designed to sound great for music and talk. Doesn't matter which pair you get. They're all amazing. Lifetime warranty on all of it. Compatibility is insane. Every phone, every device, every MP3 player, all of it. Lifetime warranty is my favorite part, but I really like the durability. It's easy to get. Go to tweakedaudio.com and use the code STREAM for 33% off. That's not just a first-time purchase deal. That's an anytime purchase deal. That's stream at checkout for 33% off. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Steven Schleicher will be here, and we're going to do your emails. Veronica's on a plane to D.C. right now, so she will not be here.
Oh.
But we had her
She's
video.
only on the episodes where I'm gone.
Isn't that? You two are never seen in the same place. Clark Kent over there. What's going on?
That's right, yes.
We'll get to all that in a minute. But before all that,
I'm
Brian.
really Veronica Belmont in a big, bald, fat suit.
Wow, best cosplay of the year right there.
Yeah, totally.
Got your work cut out for you, Bill. Brian, why don't we do some song-age? Get some music?
We will. And before we do that, I do want to remind people, next week is Thanksgiving. And what comes after Thanksgiving other than turkey sandwiches and perpetuity?
Is that next week? Holy shite.
It is, yes.
Okay, fine.
Right after Thanksgiving, the Coverville Cover-thon, raising money for Alzheimer's research and some operating costs for Coverville. Details coming soon, but I'm starting to talk to people about when they want to come on and put together a schedule of events.
Yeah.
So if you have something that you want to talk to people about, something that you want to, just something. If you are worth interviewing on the show, if you've got something cool, I want to know about it. So make sure you email me at let's give you the we'll do coverville@gmail.com. That's a good one.
That'll
for
work.
that.
Okay.
Put Coverthon in the subject line so I know what it's about, and tell me what you want to talk about, and
That's
we'll
an
see if
easy
we can
one.
schedule
Easy name too. Coverville@gmail.com. How easy is that?
Yes.
Piece of
So
cake.
easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy. Just so easy.
Hey, look, I have it here.
It's that easy.
There you go.
It's Kim Commando.
Yeah, Kim Commando, who has her own tablet now. Did you see? I sent you that,
does
right?
It work? You did. Does it work like an elevator?
Well,
It's
might.
just that easy.
Let's find out.
Aren't computers easy?
No.
It's that easy.
Well, you're not Kim Commando.
Neat, but not greasy.
Okay, we've gone down the wrong hole.
Wow.
All right.
He's going Commando right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny in Missouri says Mississippi.
Wasn't that
says,
fun?
Oh, sorry, Kim Commando.
It was easy. Dear Skull and Bones, I was late getting in a request for November 10th, so I'd like to request a late birthday song for the USMC, the United States Marine Corps, which has been around for 239 years this year.
Wow.
Looking great for our old age, aren't we?
Jeez.
I served 8 years and would like to give an oorah for all my fellow devil dogs in the tadpole and wish them a very happy birthday.
I used to think they said hoo-ha, by the way, back in the day. I did.
Hoo-ha.
Yeah, they go hoo-ha. I'm like, yeah, freaking son of a woman. Woo! And really, it was nothing like that. Anyway, sorry.
If I
Continue.
were the man I was before, I would have taken a flamethrower to this place.
Hoorah!
Thank you, Brian and Scott, for all the great content you produce, and looking forward to shaking your hands at N15. Now I'm making a hot cup of cocoa, not used to this cold weather in the South. All right, Danny in Mississippi. He wants to hear Bad Company by Five Finger Death Punch, or any appropriately rocking song. Well, that one's appropriately rocking, and I think it's a good one. This one comes from their 2009 album, War is the Answer. It's a cover of the song by Bad Company called Bad Company. And here it is. It's Five Finger Death Punch.
All right.
Press any key means any key on the computer.
Thank you so much
Why
for
there,
that,
any
Kim
key on
Commando.
my blender?
Yeah, I can't wait to use your tablet.
Any key in my door.
Here it is. It's Bad Company. We'll be back with some good company. Stay tuned.
Captain O.G. Reedmore here. If they send a mouse to outer space where Hawaii's getting snow, if a Martian lands on Thompson Street, you'll be the first to know. If you read the daily papers and your favorite magazine, you'll be out in front and in the know on all the latest scenes. You can tell your friends, you heard it first. And you'll hold the latest views. So read the paper and some magazines, 'cause reading is what's news.
I'll lay odds you'll find evidence of sabotage.
This is the morning stream.
All right, we're back. We're back. Hey, we played that song on the show before, and I love it.
Yeah, I do too.
So good.
It's been a while. It's been since I've been doing the new playlist thing. So
probably been a couple of years, I'm guessing, something like that. But I remember loving it then, and I remember thinking, hey, I should get the rest of their album, and I went and got it, and I hated all of it. It's all way screamo and stuff.
Yeah.
But that one cover is
it's
badass.
really good. Yes. Kind of. That's exactly the way it is, isn't it?
Whoa! Why is that so loud? Shite. Sorry, that wasn't supposed to play so loud. Yeah, that was really good. So good pick, everybody. Good job.
Yeah.
Good work. Take 5. All right.
Good pick, everyone.
I had to pee so bad during that song. That
Yeah, I might have also a situation where a pee situation. I might have to, if I disappear a little bit during major spoilers. You know where I went.
I'll know what happened.
Yeah,
It's all good.
and we won't bring it up.
No, it'll be fine.
I tried to Skype you about it, but I don't think you saw it.
No, I had to pee. I ran to pee. I didn't want to be on too long. I ran to. Is there a song like I ran to pee? I ran so hard to pee.
Yeah.
I ran to pee so hard. I can't find his thing. There it is. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the Kansas plains, the cornfields of beautiful, lovely Kansas, it's one Steven Schleicher on the line. Hello, Steven.
Not cornfield.
Oh,
Wheatfield.
you still got, I can hear it in your voice, that fluting.
That's Nebraska.
Oh, that's Nebraska, right,
Pop's
right.
Still with you.
Yeah, you still got the stuff, man. You had a rough one.
It's moved from lower lungs to upper chest and sinus.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Good times, good time.
I feel bad because Steven Schleicher should not have to deal with such things.
And it's okay.
Yeah. You're all right? You're going to be okay?
Oh, yeah. I'll
All right.
live.
That's all that matters. Steven Schleicher is the purveyor of all things major spoilers at majorspoilers.com. Comes on the show on Monday and talks about some pop culture stuff, some comic book movie stuff, whatever is the thing we want to talk about. And today we have 3 things. Explain to me this Wizards of the Coast deal and why it's significant, because it seems like a big deal. They're kind of going open source in kind of a weird way here.
Yeah, so what the Open Gaming License is, they've had this before. It's where you can actually use all the mechanics of their D20 system of whatever version that they're going to release. We don't know which version that they're going to release. And then you can build your own games, you can build your own modules, you can do whatever you want with this. They did this, I think, in version 3 or 3.5. I'm not totally versed on everything that went down with this. But then about halfway through, they're like, no, we're not going to let you do this anymore, and yank the Open Gaming License from people. Games like Pathfinder spun out of the Open Gaming License.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know it started from
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So what they ended up doing is they created their own competition, and then they said, no, we're not going to allow this anymore. And there were some lawsuits, I think, at the time. But they kind of announced this in a Reddit AMA last week where they said, hey, we're still planning on something. We're working on plans right now to allow people to use the D&D system to create their own stuff. They didn't announce any kind of release date, although their next big expansion for Dungeons & Dragons will come in March of 2015. So I'm guessing that's when that's going to show up.
Yeah, it's interesting because whenever you do this, you run these. So there's this huge positive thing about it, right? Where people can go crazy with it and do cool things. And the downside is they can go crazy and do new things and end up spawning projects that eclipse whatever it is that Wizards of the Coast is trying to do. I mean, in a lot of ways, Pathfinder has kind of done that. So I don't know. It's probably a good thing. I mean, I always like it when stuff like this opens up because the crowd can do crazy, cool things with things once they get their hands on it. But we will see, I suppose. It's not like D&D's going anywhere. It's popular as ever. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. hits a new low. Does that mean, and I assume that means, it's not like Agent Coulson dropped his pants and farted on the camera. You mean like new low, like terrible numbers, right?
Oh, yeah. The ratings on this just fell through the floor last week.
Yeah. And
I'm trying to find out where the hell this noise is coming from. Hold on.
Is that you somewhere?
Yeah, sorry. That was me.
It's that guy that broke in last night that's still in your closet.
Yeah.
Just hanging out in there.
Yeah. So the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. really hit a new low this last week with hitting, I think it was like a 1.7 rating, which is really, really bad compared to where they've been in the past.
What's changed? I thought the audience seemed pretty dedicated.
They did move to a different time slot, which some people are pointing to as could be a possible reason. I don't know the reason. Everyone says the second season is a lot darker than the previous season. It's not as tied into the movie universe. I mean, it's still tied to the movie universe, but it's not like, Thor's popping up or it's tying into Winter Soldier and those kinds of things. So it's really kind of people are scratching their heads wondering why this has fallen off so much in the last year.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that because, I haven't seen it still. I still haven't seen that show.
Yeah, I haven't watched the second season too. Oh, there you go. You aren't watching it.
See, there's your trouble. Me and you are partially responsible for.
We are responsible.
How bad? Brian's been watching it though. Brian, how do you like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this season?
I've actually been enjoying it. It's not. The end of last season was fantastic, but it definitely has had a little bit of a slow start this season. I don't know.
Well, if the numbers are that bad, I hope they can figure out a way around it. I mean, in a lot of ways, I think a lot of people see this show as a stunt cast a little bit, and I know that's not entirely fair to it. There's a lot of people working really hard on it, but it does feel like, this is Marvel trying to be all, movie universe, insert into our TV a little bit and back and forth. Maybe that hurts it in the long run, and that's why the ratings are so low right now. I don't know.
They really need to do more with incorporating more of the Marvel universe in there and not have it just be.
Brian, maybe you can confirm. Didn't they kind of hint at the Inhumans last week?
They did, and they've kind of had a whole Kree thing kind of being hinted at for a while. With this blue dude you see in a scene last season, and then you saw him in the first episode of this season too. So there's like a Kree thing going on. There's been hints at the Inhumans. There's even speculation that Skye, one of the main characters, one of the main pretty people on the helicarrier, or on the I guess it's not the helicarrier, on the ship, is possibly of Inhuman origin herself.
Oh, cool. This kind of then is where they're laying their groundwork for their upcoming movies. If you've got the Kree, then you've got Captain Marvel, right behind. You're introducing the Inhumans. You've got an Inhumans movie coming up. So they could be laying a lot of this groundwork right now that would save them a lot of backstory building when it comes to the movies, if they can get people to watch.
Well, and this is part of the problem in my mind, is that the very thing they're trying to do with the show, it might be the very thing that's kind of rubbing people wrong, which is trying to be so coy to comic book fans. I think it's cool to have some kind of way of stitching in this information, and doing it in a way that's supplemental to the film. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do. But if nobody's watching, if they're only scoring a 1% of the audience on their episode night, that's not good.
1.5 rating.
Yikes.
Which is roughly 2.45 or 4.2 million viewers.
Yeah.
And I did forget, they did bring in Mockingbird. They brought in Bobby Morris.
Yeah, that's the other one that they brought in.
Adrian Palicki from Friday Night Lights, who is great in this role. And if they focused on her for 3/4 of an episode, maybe even like a backstory episode, I think it would be fantastic.
Yeah. She's a Wonder Woman
I think they've
cameo.
got some good things going from everything that I'm hearing. I just need to sit down and watch it.
I need to. I haven't seen any of it still. So
I did just finally start watching Arrow, and the pilot's great.
Man,
Holy cow,
pilot's good, right? That show, when you're on the other side, you'll have to tell us. But season one is very WB or WCW now, whatever.
Yes, that's what I hear.
And then 2 and 3 are badass. Just real good.
I made it barely through 1. I thought it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And then get ready to start up on 2.
You'll like 2 a lot.
Yeah,
that's
from what I hear, 2 is really good. Yeah. I had
most recent episode, spoiler alert, on Arrow, he pulls out a boxing arrow.
Yes, the boxing glove. You mentioned that. I think you mentioned that last week on on TMS. I can't wait to see that. I had
daring thing to do, isn't it?
We did a lot of Arrow talk and Flash talk on Friday or Thursday night. I met Ashley and Jason, who are behind the Red Shirt Diaries.
Yeah.
They also they have a podcast called Geek History Lesson that we post on the site.
I
They've
had
done
no
some-
idea that they had that's how they got connected with all this was through Major Spoilers.
I didn't
Really
either.
cool.
That's totally
I've
cool.
known Jason for a long time.
She had nothing but nice things to say about
she
you.
is just as cute and tiny as I expected compared to Brian.
Yes.
Just standing next to Brian, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's barely there compared to this this mountainous co-host of TMS. Amazing.
They are a very cute couple.
Yeah.
And they said that we had a bet that they were dating or not.
And
But we didn't.
we never did have a bet, did we?
No, but
I don't think we ever talked about that, did we?
weird. No,
That is weird. Are they dating? I guess they are.
Yeah, they are dating.
Oh, well then, hey, that fake bet we made, I guess I win. I win.
Somebody won. I don't know who, but
I'll say me. Well, no, that's super. I'm stoked for them and all they're doing on that thing. It's great.
Yeah.
By the way, did the blue guy you saw in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he sound like this? Is
And outside blew his house with the blue.
that guy? Is that what he sounded like?
that's exactly what he sounds like. Yes.
Well, he's blue.
I'm a Creed doo da doo da ba dee, and I hate the scrolls da ba dee da ba doo.
But you can't tell it's me because I'm. Or that's the Skrulls who hide in
That's right.
human face. All right.
They have introduced a Super Skrull on that show. That will be the episodes to watch.
Oh,
No
dude,
kidding.
that'd be amazing. Finally, Mark Wahlberg of the Wahlburger fortune, him and his brother have that Wahlburger burger joint deal, is in the $6 billion man. Boy, they've really
Yes.
accounted for inflation there. That's
$6 million.
amazing.
Oh man, we'll give him a tin arm, but no, billions of dollars.
I don't know if I
They can
need
make
him
you do
going.
all sorts of stuff.
Hey, I think I found a hole in my head and let some people look through it. Like
Say hello to the bionic woman for me.
Is he? I mean, look. I count myself in the camp of people who would be super excited about a movie adaptation of The $6 Million Man. I don't know if he's the right guy though. I feel like Channing Tatum or somebody else, anybody else really, would have been fine.
Yes, Channing Tatum would be good. Green Lantern would be good.
Yeah. Even a
Arnold
guy like
Schwarzenegger would be good.
Even a guy like shoot, my brain just went dead. Who I just saw in freaking Born Identity. Why can't I can't think of his name?
Not Matt Damon, but Jeremy Renner.
No, Matt Damon would be all right. Like, except he looked really weird in that movie in Interstellar. He looked like he'd been eating hot dogs for about 6 months. But other than that, it's just even a normal looking guy would be fine with me. I don't need some muscle bound freak, but I don't know. There are times where I think Wahlberg is a genius in some movies. Like with the right direction, you give Scorsese the camera, and he can do amazing things with Wahlberg. But I don't know about this.
Peter Berg is set to direct.
Oh, good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
speaking of Friday Night Lights,
it'd be really good. Yeah.
That's great.
And Parenthood.
No other cast. He's the only one we know about.
That's the only thing that they're announcing right now. They don't know if there's going to be a Bionic Woman appearance in this or not. It will look like it's going to be based more on the Cyborg novel that kind of spun off the $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Dynamite Entertainment did a really cool series on the $6 Million Man a couple of years ago, and I think Kevin Smith wrote it, and it was really good and worth checking out.
Oh, that's ringing a bell now. Kevin Smith talking about that.
Yeah.
Well, did the $6 million even back in the 70s seem too cheap for how much that guy would cost? I think $6 billion still sounds like too cheap to make a true cyborg. Like,
depends on what they're doing. In the TV show, in the comics book, it's both legs, one eye, ear, and one arm.
Yeah. And what was
and
it?
Then in
show?
the comics, though, they did like almost everything.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. But they'll probably go. I mean, they'll probably go some combination.
Yes, they'll have him fight a Sasquatch up in the Canadian wilderness.
That'd be great. Okay, but remember the TV show didn't do very well. Well, I guess it was $6 Million Woman.
Yeah, they did that.
Or Bionic Woman or whatever.
Bionic Woman.
And that didn't do very well, as I recall.
It did okay. It went several seasons.
Did it?
He had that dog.
I thought it only lasted like 4 episodes.
I
and
forgot
was
about the dog.
Out. Really? I don't remember any of this. I thought it was gone. Like they canceled it before it even really got going. I guess not. Well, whatever, man. Bring it on. Let the 70s nostalgia reign. We're ready for $6 Billion Man. And I'm always ready for good stuff at majorspoilers.com. Is there anything happening this week people should know about?
Not a whole lot happening this week. I will say Brian was talking about Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes. The character designer on that is Thomas Perkins. And he's the person that designed all of our T-shirts and posters for Critical Hit over at Major Spoilers. So
no way, dude.
if you're a fan of the look of of that show and the Green Lantern animated series. He was the character designer on that. Came up with a lot of that concept. He's a friend of ours and did the artwork on that.
That is so cool. I had no
It's
idea.
really cool. Yeah, I like how it's stylized, but still feels like a comic book. You know?
Yeah, very much so.
Well,
kind of like the old Teen Titans, the 90s Teen Titans show.
That's what you want. Very nice. It's majorspoilers.com. You can also find Steven at Major Spoilers on Twitter. And dude, I hope that dumb flu cough nightmare leaves you soon.
So do I. I thought it was going to be fine, but then so I didn't take any meds this morning. So that's probably the problem.
Well, there you go. You were great last week, by the way. Filled in for Brian nicely while he was gone.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for keeping the seat warm.
Not a problem.
Steven knows us well enough to make a good furt at the end. Steven, have a great week. We'll talk to you next time. See ya.
See ya.
All righty. Well, there's that. Brian, now let's lean into what we like to call emails.
Yay.
And they're brought to you by
robots, artificial intelligence, unique characters, as well as post-singularity speculation. These are the ingredients of The Life Engineered, a sci-fi novel by J.F. Dubeau. Go to jfdubeau.com/books for a preview. The full novel will be released for free on November 18th on Amazon. November 18th. That's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, man. Go get it.
jfdubeau.com.
I may have played a Tuesday one earlier, right? I had you read a Tuesday one instead of us today.
That's right. You did have read the
but it's
today.
Definitely tomorrow.
Well, go get the free one today, and then go, the sampler, the preview.
Right on.
And then tomorrow, get the whole damn book.
Matt from Utah wrote in. Jessix in WoW says, so he's here somewhere in the Utah. At least from a sports perspective, I know the Jazz and Nuggets had a small rivalry for a while. He's trying to talking about
the Utah-Colorado rivalry from Thursday.
Yeah. So I've heard a couple of theories. One on Twitter was that it's because we both have really great snow and winter sports stuff happening. Like we've got Park City.
Yeah, but
you
ours
guys
is far better.
See, there you go.
You would even agree with that.
We've got Park City. We've got Sundance. You guys have
we have Vail,
Aspen and Vail.
Telluride. We have Loveland. We have.
We have sports, or we have sports. We have Snowbird.
We've got the Broncos. We've got the Avalanche. We've got the Nuggets.
Yeah, you guys kill us
the
on
Rockies.
sports. I mean, honestly, it's basketball is all we've got, and if it's them and the Nuggets, I mean, we know who wins that fight. Us every time. Anyway, I think there's a fair point. Also, Real Salt Lake and the Colorado Rapids. They have a Rocky Mountain Cup that they trade back and forth when they beat each other. I guess that's a big deal.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either, really. And Real Salt Lake beat the Rapids 5-1 in their last cup. So take that. Moving on, we got an email here from Jared who says, "Hey guys, on episode 715, that sounds crazy to even say that number, you talked about whoopie pies, and your inexperience with the delicious treat was obvious. Being from Maine, which touts itself as the origin and capital of whoopie pies, I'm sure proudly, claim that may be very well unsubstantiated marketing. I feel the need to set the record straight. A traditional whoopie pie has no eyebrows. Just kidding. It is 2 chocolate cakes centered by a white sugary frosting. Sometimes the cake is more dense and chewy like a brownie. Everyone here still sells their own special recipe. Leadbetters in Bangor, Maine is my personal favorite. Another place, the Whoopie Pie Cafe, sells many different varieties. Chocolate with mint filling, pumpkin with cream cheese filling, inside out with white cake and chocolate filling, red velvet, and so on. Man, you're killing me here. Sounds amazing. I don't know what the protocol is, but if TMS might be interested in some pies from the Whoopie Pie capital of the world, let me know and perhaps it can happen. A life never experiencing a whoopie pie is a sad life indeed. Love the show, though. Jared, we'll be in touch. I don't know how we arrange such things, and I don't know how big or weird these are, but something could be worked out, I'm sure.
Totally. Oh, my God. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, we'd love to try that out during our food testing
whoopie
segment.
Pie.
Whoopie pie. All right, we got some calls to play.
Oh, cool. I like this.
Yeah, isn't that weird? So
It's weird.
You guys have been using the phone number 801-471-0462, and you left this message, this one about cancer.
You and Brian have been talking about cancer a lot for the past few weeks, and sure, like cancer, F cancer. But did you know, Scott, Brian, did you know that your body gets rid of about 17 potential cancer death threats per day? That is an actual thing. Look it up. 17 potential cancer threats a day. Cells that are, potentially going wiry and going weird. Your body eliminates them every single day. 17. 17! Love the show.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Wow.
17
that's
types
cool.
of cancer. I tried to look this up and I couldn't find any confirmation that our bodies kill 17 kinds of cancer every day. So if someone could explain that more, I would love it, because that just sounded like a crazy claim to me. But I get it also that our cells are constantly in a battle for dominance and staying healthy and all that stuff. I get that. But are there like specific 17 cases of kinds of cancers that each day we all rub out? I'd love to know.
Well, and obviously it's on average, your body gets rid of, it's like you eat, 8 spiders a night.
Oh, do I do that?
Is
that true on average?
Or a year or something like that. Have you not heard that?
I've never heard that, but that's not what I wanted to hear. That sounds horrible. I know there are
While
7.
you're sleeping, you eat, like 8 spiders in a year or something like that.
I know that there are 7 to 12 dead flies in every bottle of ketchup.
Do you know that? I do know that one.
Yeah, because the ketchup lady told us that when they toured the place. They toured a Heinz factory. And I can't believe they told them that. Here's another call about the Pizza Hut and a follow-up.
Hey, Scott, it's Ron here. I had emailed you and called a couple times. Guy that works for Pizza Hut is a delivery driver, actually. And I was listening to your episode, Viscous Taco, from a day or so ago, whenever you guys probably hear this. Anyways, listening to your announcement for the Pizza Hut changes and everything. We've actually known about it for a couple months now, but they made us sign a big non-disclosure agreement and told us that we'd be fired and possibly sued if we didn't follow the non-disclosure agreement. So I thought that was pretty interesting because they're very serious about it. And there's a lot of big changes. Today was our soft rollout of it. A lot of really cool stuff. But you should definitely check it out if you haven't had it in a while. But anyway, enough advertising. Appreciate the show, guys. Keep it up. Have a good one.
All right, I like that because it's like Apple or something. Or Blizzard, if somebody leaks it, you're fired. Like if you leak that we've got a fancy new pizza, you're out of here, man.
It's funny, and they did a good job of I'm surprised it didn't get leaked about the new logo or the new pizzas or anything like that. He's known for 2 months, so I mean, seems like everyone in the industry would have known for 2 months, and they kept it quiet.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like it's some earth-shattering revelation.
No. I'm gonna get some though this weekend or this week. I'm gonna do
Pizza Hut?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna try it out. I want to see what that's all about.
Okay,
see if
I'll
it's
do
any
it
good.
too.
Yeah.
I'll
Hey, let's
take
do it
one
together.
for the
Why
team.
not? Yeah, let's take 2 for the team. If we don't no show Thursday, we both got the runs. We'll see. Final email from Ken says, "Hey, Snatcher and baby eggs." Ew. The bottom. Baby eggs. I get it. It's a reference to what he's going to talk about here because I saw this movie. I saw Box Trolls opening weekend and share all of Scott's opinions on it. I absolutely loved it. I did too. I thought it was amazing. Loved Box Trolls. Though I'm curious if your views on one thing. If I remember correctly from the Wild Wild West film sack, the one where we had Chicken a Bucket, right?
Mm-hmm. The origin of Chicken a Bucket. Yeah.
It says we very much dislike drag as a comedic device in movies. Specifically, Randy does not like it. What are your views on drag in the Box Trolls? Seeing that a character in drag is a major plot point of the movie, it's still pretty funny throughout, or it's funny throughout. Love the show though, Ken. I don't know because I don't think that was me or you, as I recall. I don't think
it was definitely me. I mean,
it was you. That's right.
Drag as a comedy device in movies is so 1970s, 80s. We don't need, it's not funny anymore to see Vin Diesel dress up as a woman.
No, it is not.
Escape the law or something like that.
I'm going to agree with you. However, I think the usage of it in this movie is different, and I think you'd be fine with it. When you see the Box Trolls,
I'd be fine with it. Everything I've seen about Box Trolls looks awesome.
It's great.
It's probably on the list right after Interstellar.
Yeah, you should see it. It's great. And by now, that thing will be, probably in cheaper theaters or something.
Probably, yeah.
Anyway, I don't have a problem with it in this movie. But I'm with Brian on Vin Diesel in a dress. Nope. The Rock in a dress. Nope.
Yeah.
Give me another. There's more examples. Freaking. I can't think of anybody else. Why can't I keep saying
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon in a dress. Don't need
Jeremy Renner, Robert Downey Jr.
Thank you. The floodgates have been opened. Brad Pitt. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Whoever's in a dress, we don't need it. It's just dumb. It's dumb. Now, if the movie's about transgender or somebody dealing with stuff or whatever, go see The Birdcage. I had no problem with it in The Birdcage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a brilliant movie. Oh my gosh, that movie's so funny. We saw it again. Did I tell you? I watched it
No,
with the kids. Yeah, we were doing our what Robin Williams movie should we watch, and that was one we picked, and they laughed their heads off. It's really funny. Holds up.
Don't pick Insomnia.
And it has heart. Yeah, I'm not gonna see Insomnia.
Or 1 Hour Photo.
Oh, that one, dude. Oh. That's going to do it for our emails. If you want to send...
Tango and Cash. Kurt Russell walking out of the strip club in drag. The strip club where nobody gets naked and Terry Hatcher just bangs on drums out of beat for some reason.
Real dumb, that movie.
To Yaz music.
Yeah, it's bad. That movie's bad. themorningstream@gmail.com. That's where you send your emails. You can also call us on that line, 801-471-0462. You're welcome to leave a message, 801-471-0462. You can also find us on the web at frogpants.com/TMS. You can email us, themorningstream@gmail.com. I already said that. On Twitter, Morningstream, Scott Johnson, and Coverville.
Mm-hmm.
Be a new Boop show later today. I'm going to the doctor at noon. So follow-up. Wish me luck there. What else? That's it. That's all we've got.
Well, I wish you well.
Oh, thanks, man. Hey, why don't we now turn it over to you for leaving us with music now?
Okay. Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to rock, Scott Johnson?
I guess so. Now I'm nervous.
Barry says, hey guys, Wayne Wells' death was completely blindsiding, and as someone who absolutely loved the music, I was hoping you would play a Static X cover. If Mendoza leaves, does that mean that he's the departed?
Oh.
Thanks for the show, guys. Barry.
Weird.
Yeah. I guess. Is there a character in The Departed named Mendoza?
I don't remember. Is that maybe that is a weird? Maybe he's just mashing things up for the hell of it. I'm not sure. Yeah.
So Wayne Wells, better known as Wayne Static, is the lead vocalist for the metal band Static X. He actually worked with Smashing Pumpkins frontman Billy Corgan for a while in a band called Deep Blue Dream before both of them were in their more popular bands. Apparently he sticks his hair straight up according to this photo that I just found of him. Interesting. Okay. And he was an atheist and vegetarian. Anyway.
Perfect.
Anyway. How about a cover by Static X? There was only a couple I could find. They haven't done a lot, but this one I kind of like. It's a cover of the Ramones. This one comes from the 2004 album Beneath, Between, Beyond.
Oh.
It's Static X and Gimme Gimme Shock Treatment.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Normal lineup. Be here for that or be lame. Okay? Bye.